I guess I should say welcome to Storybrooke. This tutorial is inspired by Regina's character on the show. I've tried to inspire myself by her dark, defined eyes, sort of power, dressing, attitude, and mysterious sort of makeup that I find is really interesting. So I've tried to create that by doing a dark brown smoky eye. You can see on pictures of this show, I've linked one below, you can see her makeup is very defined, and I love that she challenges that sort of normal rule that we have that you can't wear a strong lip with a strong eye. So I've tried to do it in quite a wearable way, as it is on her, with sort of earthy brown tones and a deep red on the lip, and I have some tricks along the way to show you guys. So if you'd like to know how to look like her character, both in makeup and fashion, keep watching. Alright, so first things first, I've just primed my eye with my Urban Decay Primer Potion in Eden, and that gives a nice matte base to start with. Next, I'm going to be going in with an eyeshadow duo from Nars in Cordura. I'll just show it to you. You can see it has a medium golden brown in it with some golden shimmer in it, and then a very dark brown also with some golden shimmer in it. First, I'm going to use the lighter one and really pack it into my MAC brush so that you have a lot of pigment on there, but it's not falling all over the place. So I'm just going to pack that all over my eyelids using little pushing motions to really get the color on there. And don't go too high up with this. Just right where the crease begins, you want to stop. And I'm basically putting on 2 layers of this all over the eyelid to really get a rich brown color. Doesn't matter if it's neat. Don't worry about it. Alright. Next, you guys know I love this trick. Instead of using a pencil brush, I'm actually going to be using my Sigma concealer brush, and this is in the number SS194, and I'm just going to get some of that darker brown eyeshadow on the tip, and again, really pack it onto the brush. Make sure you shake off any excess that you've put on there, and then just go in and draw a line until it meets your eyelashes. We're basically using the same technique that you would to create a cat eye with eyeliner. Instead of focusing on the lash line, we're actually going to be drawing into the crease. Again, like we're trying to create a mysterious look here. So I'm going to be defining the crease right into the inner corner. Just go over that line until it's very, very dark. Little trick for this look is we're going to go in with MAC's Woodwinked and a 224 brush, lightly dust it onto that brush until you have it all over the tip, and then go and blend out that messy shape that I just created until you achieve a beautiful shimmery wash of the golden woodwind color over that line. And this works great because it just basically blends itself out with hardly any work from me. So I'm just going to blend that until I get the effect that I want, which is basically a cat eye eyeshadow shape with golden brown shimmer over it that creates a kind of veil of color. Woodwinked also as a highlighter really creates an unexpected effect because it's much darker than any highlight that I would normally use. So it really creates a beautiful, warm, unexpected, sort of mysterious, smoky eye look that I'm really, really liking right now. I am going to go in with my L'Oreal Carbon Black Liner Intense that I just poked myself in the face with, but that's okay. And just give it a little shake. Lots of liquid in there, so you want to make sure that it's nice and mixed and that it's coated the tip of the felt tip brush. You can see that it's quite a thick brush, so we're going to go in with this with a light hand because I don't want an overly thick line. And I'm just going to go from the middle at first. On the show, if you look very closely at her eyes, there's no winged out eyeliner whatsoever. Just a very defined look. And I'm just going right into the inner corner with this, almost tight lining. Next up, I'm just going to line my waterline with my Urban Decay eyeliner in 0. I like these pencils because they stay really well on the waterline. Much as I love my Makeup Forever pencils, they do not stay anywhere near as well. So now that I've done that, I'm then going to go in with Urban Decay, another 24/7 Glide On pencil. This one is in the color 1999, which you can see is a sort of evil sorceress colored sparkly purple liner. And this is another trick that gives that extra something to the look. I'm just going to line my lower lash line with this. You can see you can't really tell that it's purple. I mean, it's not even really a pop of color so much as it is a pop of drama. And you want that eyeliner to blend right into the outer corner of your eye where that eyeliner ends. Don't be afraid to use your fingers to blend things in a little bit. And there we go. Alright. Next, I'm going to curl my eyelashes. And for a little extra drama, go in with my Covergirl Lashblast mascara for one coat only, and then we're going to apply some false eyelashes. Alright, so today's eyelashes are from Kiss, and these are in the number KPL07, and I don't recommend these at all. I hate them, actually. I really like the shape of them. You can see they have a slight flare to them, but they're not overly packed with lashes, so they actually look pretty natural for dramatic false lashes anyway. But these came with a gimmick, and they had little red strings, you can see it on the picture there, attached to either side of the eyelashes. And when I did my other eye earlier, I tried to use those and I hated them. So yeah, I'm going to go in with my Duo Eyelash Glue, which has been in contact with eyeliner apparently because it's covered in black goo. But anyway, it's still fine. And my little trick in applying false eyelashes is I like to put the glue on the end of an old pair of tweezers. I'll show you. Basically what I do is I just line the end of that tweezer with a thin layer of glue and then go in with my eyelashes and just coat the roots of the lashes. You can see me doing that with glue. Don't put too much on. You really only need a little bit of this glue because it works so well. I'm most comfortable using my fingers to do this, and I find that works fine. I don't need any help from tweezers or strings of any kind, and just put those right on. And while I let that dry, I'm just going to share with you another little trick, which is to create an extra dose of mystery. When I unpack these lashes, I actually use them on opposite eyes. So the ones with the longest lashes at the outer corner actually ended up on this eye, so that the longest lashes are at the inner corner. And with the particular lashes that I chose, it's not a huge difference because they're not doe-eyed, sort of very flared lashes, but there was a slight difference. And doing that sort of gives an extra little air of mystery, like you can't really quite figure out what I did because it looks a bit different from your normal average smoky eye. So if you look at this eye that I've done, you can see how at the outer corner the lashes are actually quite short and then they flare out, and right where they end, before the inner corner, you don't want really long lashes like poking you right here. I've snipped off a little bit, but you still have some very long lashes there that are sort of going up and almost meeting my eyebrow. Okay, not quite, but almost. Anyway, so, and I think that looks really neat and really does create a little extra air of mystery. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of what you guys know is my favorite blush right now, which is my Tarte Exposed. And I'm using this because it looks very natural. It doesn't look like Regina wears a lot of blush at all on the show. In fact, I would wonder if she's actually wearing any. But I just like to wear blush, so I'm just going to put a little bit of this on the outer side of the apples of my cheeks and sweep it up. So we're not putting any blush on the inside of the cheek at all. Next, we're just going to go in with an angled brush. This one's from Sigma. And my favorite bronzer, which is matte. You definitely want to use a matte bronzer for this because the eyes are quite shimmery already and very dramatic. So this is just my Park Avenue Princess Matte Waterproof Bronzer from Tarte, in case I haven't said that about 50 times. And just pack some of that onto the brush. And we're just going to do a little bit of contouring because she definitely has very defined face makeup. So I'm just going to go in at the top of my forehead and blend some bronzer right into my hairline. And then bring it down under the cheek. You can make a fishy face. Then contour it right there and bring it down to underneath your jawline. And repeat on the other side. And then just sort of blend it in until you're happy with the effect. We're actually going to do a little bit of a dramatic lip. She has quite a defined, earthy, sort of apple red lip. So it's not overly dark, it's not a vampy lip, it's not terribly shimmery, and it's not fire engine red either. So tricky sort of middle ground to achieve. But I think I've gotten it just right. Using two steps. So first step is we're going to use some lip liner. This is by Maybelline and it's number 50 red. And it's a nice sort of soft lip pencil in a sort of medium red color. Really any would do. And I'm just going to go and I'm going to fill in my whole lips using it. And you can see I haven't put any color on the inside corners of my lips, so I'm just going to go in with my finger and just blend that color in just a little bit at the top, not too much. Just going to go in with one layer of tissue and blot my lips. Just to take a little bit of that color off. And next, the trick here is to then use a darker lipstick that is much more of a creamy formulation to tone down that lip and make it a warmer, earthier color. So what I'm going to use is the Clinique Almost lipstick in Black Honey, which they call 06 apparently. And I'm just going to take that and blend some into my finger. Just rub it right in until you have a good layer of color on there. And then you can do this directly with the lipstick as well, but I didn't really want to get mine too dirty. Just pat that all over your lips. And that's the effect that you get, and I'm really happy with this because I find it quite wearable. It's sort of more on the stained side, a very blended in sort of medium red lip with a hint of warmth to it that's coming from that Black Honey lipstick that we used, and it will last a really long time as well thanks to the lip liner that we used. So best of both worlds. Alright, so I knew I was forgetting to tell you guys something and I didn't know what it was, and that is what foundation I used before I did the face makeup for you. So I used Revlon Colorstay, which is in my drugstore favorites. I love this foundation. I really wanted a full coverage look. So this is the color Natural Beige 220. So I've used that all over my face and really pat it in with my fingers. And then I used my Makeup Forever translucent HD powder to just set that a little bit. You don't want to use too much powder with this foundation because otherwise it will look cakey. So I used that, and then on my eyebrows I just rounded them out a little bit, filled in the shape. Regina does have much rounder eyebrows than I do. And I've just used the darker color in my Anastasia brow duo as well to help the brows keep up with the darker eye look. So I've used that, and then I just set the brows with my MAC brow set in Show Off, which is a shimmery dark brown that I don't usually use because I find it too dramatic, but for this look it's just right. Alright, so I'm just wearing for accessories a dark red ring that goes really well with my nail polish. It's just about a shade darker. And then for earrings, Regina always wears some kind of pearl drops or silver drops that are dangling just a little bit but not too long. So I'm just wearing these that, here I'll show you properly, I just actually made myself. So they're very simple, just a large pearl and a smaller pearl. Put that back on. And then I did a little clothing look that is inspired by her outfits on the show, which I really like. She's very much like a power dresser. So I wore a red sort of tailored dress for this. And this is from Klein. I hope you can see it all right. And I'll show you the belt a little bit closer. This belt is pretty old. It's actually a vintage belt in snakeskin, and I felt like someone who has like an evil character on the show, it would make sense for her to wear something snakeskin inspired. And she does wear a lot of belted suit dresses. She tends to wear sort of gold metallic hardware, so this one has a little bit of hardware on it with leather all around. And then for shoes, to sort of match that belt, because she does seem like the kind of character who would be a bit more matchy-matchy, so with shoes and a purse that match maybe or something like that, I'm wearing shoes from Nine West, and see, they're a medium golden brown leather with snakeskin print, and I'm just going to show you up close what they look like. You can see that. I really, really like these. They have a built-in platform, they're really comfortable, and I think they go well with the belt as well. So, and after all, she is meant to be evil, so it would make sense that she would own a deep red dress. So who knows, maybe we'll see her in one eventually if we keep watching the show.